What's up, scuba divers? Today we are going to be reacting to a video called Scuba Diving Gone Wrong, Weight Belt Accident. So this a diver loses their belt mid-dive, and if you're a diver, you know that's bad news, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Dive Vibe. My name is Zach. I'm a technical rebreather instructor and a former Armor medic / CLS instructor, and today I'm going to be using that expertise to react to Scuba Diving Gone Wrong Weight Belt Accident. So this video takes place in Cozumel on a routine recreational dive, and at some point I'm guessing the diver is going to lose their weight belt. So why don't we give it a watch and find out what happens.
My first time to reverse flip off a boat into
Your
the ocean.
first time to back roll off
We
a
are
boat.
in Cozumel, Mexico.
Hell yeah, Cozumel's beautiful.
This
If you've
is
never
a
been
deep
there,
dive.
go. It's a deep dive.
100 feet below the surface.
100 feet below the surface.
You can see the wall.
Very
It
cool.
goes straight down.
It sure does.
Weights are needed to keep you from uncontrolled ascent. When
That
you
depends.
lose your weights, you lose control. When you
Probably.
lose control of your ascent, bubbles
I
form
don't
inside your
know
body,
if,
and you
judging
hit
by the other
vents,
divers around them, I don't know if they've ever had
compression
control.
resulting in paralysis or death. I am wearing
Wait. Let's hear that one more time.
resulting in paralysis.
Do what?
Bubbles form inside your body.
Oh, we're talking
Hit
about the bends.
aka decompression sickness.
Resulting in paralysis
Resulting
or
in
death.
paralysis or death.
Not always.
I am
can.
wearing 10 pounds on my belt.
Got 10 pounds. That's a lot
Belt
of
has a
weight
plastic
for a
buckle.
diver without a wetsuit on.
You can see my belt becoming loose.
Some people might feel
The
that.
weight is dangling.
It sure is.
I am surprised it is still hanging on.
Me too.
This wall has a lot of current.
That's Cozumel for you.
This deep dive has become also a drift dive.
It started as a drift dive.
Suddenly, my weight belt falls off completely.
Oh no!
I watch the weight.
This music is amazing.
And I try to wave for help.
My weight belt. Why don't you
Point
try
down
and go
the
get it?
ocean
You still got
bottom,
fins. Swim,
indicating
baby.
I have lost my belt.
You got this.
But my buddy does
Maybe
not.
that spare air will help you. See if it'll help you.
Lose control and crash into the wall. My instructor gives me a hand.
Poor reef.
She deflates my BCD.
Which is what you should have
I
done.
struggle to avoid ascending further. She tells me to breathe out.
Exhale. That should be your first reaction. Anything happens where you're gaining too much positive buoyancy, the first thing you should do is deflate your fastest buoyancy compensator. And that's your lungs. Exhale, and then
She
deal
puts
with that
weights into
BCD.
my BCD pockets.
Here's some weights. In fairness, though, weight belts can be difficult to keep on. But I think, what is it with all this gear? We got spare airs, but we can't get spare air, GoPro on a pole, all this stuff, but we can't get a weight integrated
Everything's
BCD.
okay
Oh,
if you remain
I
calm.
feel like I should stop watching.
Disaster
bad angle.
averted.
Disaster
Not trust
averted.
myself.
Okay. So weight belt fell off. Weight belts, you really gotta make sure they're on there. They gotta be pretty tight. This is why I've never really had a whole lot of love for the regular old weight belt. Like I love weight integrated BCDs. I think for recreational divers, that's definitely the way to go. If you, I usually use weight pouches on my tech gear and stuff like that, or just lace webbing on, or I use I don't have any on me, but those they're made by Excess Scuba now. Those weight plates, attachable weight plates. I will put a link in the description to them and a picture of one right here, right now. That's what they look like. Those are a great way to secure weights to your BCD. So, what's the problem here? The weight belt fell off. Why don't I like the scuba diving weight belts? Well, free diving weight belts are a lot better, and the reason they make free diving weight belts the way they do, they make them out of rubber, is because your body and your wetsuit compress when you go down, and your weight belt is going to fall off if you didn't get it like hecka tight when you first put it on. With the rubber weight belt, it can kind of expand and contract with your body and your wetsuit, so it helps out a lot. So I'm a big fan of those kind of weight belts. So let's talk about what went well and what went bad in this video. So what went bad, right off the bat, is the diver could have done a little bit better job during their pre-dive safety check, securing their weight belt and making sure that it was going to stay on once they're in the water. If they're doing a dive to 100 feet, that means they must be, or at least they should be, moderately advanced. But it did not seem that way. It seemed like a case of a diver wanting to do a whole lot more than they're ready for, carrying around the GoPro, the spare air. Like, what are you worried about a spare air for if you can't even stay underwater with your weight belt? Like, okay, calm down, Zach. Calm down. Okay, so, sorry. This is a classic example of too much money spent on gear and not enough money spent on training. It's very important that you train. If you are about, like, if you're watching this video, you're like, I'm about to go on a dive trip. It's going to be awesome. When was the last time you went diving? Answer me. Be honest. Was it more than a year? Was it more than 6 months? What was it? You need to go get in a pool and you need to practice now before you go on your trip. Not when you get there. The first dive shouldn't be your first time diving in a year in the ocean. Go get in a pool and practice, man. It's fun. When I was getting ready to take cave diving courses back in Texas, there wasn't a lot of places to dive, so you know what I did? I took my happy ass over to the YMCA once a freaking week, and I got in the water with my dry suit and my doubles and my stages, and I practiced. And that's what you need to do if you're going to be a diver. You need to take responsibility for your own level of expertise. I'm not even going to get into the guide. You know, let's talk about the good stuff now. The only thing the guide could have done better is checking the person's weight belt. Two things. Checking the person's weight belt to make sure it was on, but I mean, it's at a certain point, you look at it's on. I mean, you would need to check the tension on everybody's weight belt. It's kind of unrealistic. You could, though, if you wanted to. Nothing wrong with that. The other thing is making sure that the diver has the appropriate experience for the dive that they're doing. And I think it's pretty clear that this diver didn't, but pretty often you'll find divers that received an advanced certification without really being advanced. That course is just a little bit too easy, in my opinion, to call it advanced. But that's a conversation for another day. So they could have assessed they should have assessed their skills before taking them on a deep dive. That's right there in the deep specialty and the advanced open water instructor manual. So this may be a dive master. They may have no idea about that crap. So, but I should have assessed them before taking them deep. It's always a good idea to make sure that the person can actually handle it, because if they can't handle it, then it's a very dangerous situation that you're putting them in. But I don't want to harp on this dive guide because they were watching. They got there quick. They managed to get to the diver and help them before they ascended all the way to the surface. So right on. If you're watching this and you're the guide in that video, fantastic. Thank you for watching your people. Yeah, I mean, everybody, you learn every day as a dive guide. And this guide probably learned that maybe I should assess a little bit better. Maybe I should check people's weight belts. It's just one of those things, one of those live and learn things. But fantastic job. Attentive. I love it. Good job. Good pro. Good pro. Anyway, I think that's about it. If you enjoyed the video or learned something, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Feeds the algorithm, helps my channel out because it's growing. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon. It's a great place to buy me a beer. Links in the description. And also you can get one of my t-shirts. Cool t-shirts. They're fun. But yeah, thanks so much for diving with me today. And I'll see you in the water.
Beat by Apollo.